Ghostbusters, did you resolve the incendiary spectral situation?
Not without complications.
Well, you've got another call. A Class 13.
Class 13? We've never seen one of those.
Hello. My name is...
Princess Twilight Sparkle. I am Chancellor Naysay. Equestria owes you a great debt. But princess or no, we expect you to do things by the book.
Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited 'cause we understood.
As the episode begins, we immediately get continuity from the movie as the main characters are all just now returning home from stopping the Storm King, and it seems that the castle map has grown to include all the places they went while they were looking for the hippogriffs. Wait, why is the pirate ship there? It got destroyed. Also, Twilight says Tempest instead of Fizzlepop, but that's my personal preference. For that matter, how come Starlight doesn't know who Tempest is? She was there during the invasion. Oh yeah, about that. You know how you were complaining that the Royal Guard was missing right when that happened? Well, after I finished helping Trixie with her show, we found a hiding spot for a quick after-show stress relief when one of the guards spotted us. Then one thing led to another, he started calling his buddies over, and next thing you know, we were in the middle of a full-on pony pile-up. What? I mean, I kinda feel bad about that Storm King business, but honestly, how often do you get a chance for an orgy with the entire Canterlot Royal Guard? And you didn't notice the explosions or anything. Hey, it's called getting your world rocked for a reason. Maybe one day you'll get past standing around blushing at guys you like and you'll actually find out what it feels like. I mean, not for nothing, but that alternate universe version of you has even less game and is even more into the nerdy librarian look, and even she gets more action. I think you're missing the point here. What point? You guys had everything wrapped up by the time the rest of us woke up and got hosed off. So anyway, after going out into the world and seeing how much everything sucks and how every other species on the planet would burn Equestria down given the opportunity, Twilight decides she needs her own version of Dumbledore's army, and that means opening up a school with all of her friends as teachers. And they all agree immediately because it's not like they all have full-time jobs or anything, except for Rainbow Dash. And again, it's not because a career in the military keeps her busy, but because teaching is for nerds. Okay, Dash, I thought you might say that, but I'm gonna change your mind with just 2 words. Teenage waifus. All you have to do is stick around and you can become great teacher Rainbow Dashica. Yeah, but there are 2 problems with that. First, the Wonderbolts already give me constant access to the most athletic puss in all Equestria, and even if I was in the mood for something different, I've already got a piece of jailbait that follows me around everywhere. I hear ya. Now, how about this? Picture that same piece of jailbait as a dragon. Okay, I'm in. And so we get introduced to a group of fun new characters like Scooter Dragon, Flutter Changeling, Griffin Dash, Skystar 2, YOLO, and Vincent Tong. Though I have to say, I don't hate its character this time. Yeah, good job, buddy. I knew you could do it. It also means
everyone.
The fans don't have to talk like assholes anymore. Oh, thank goodness.
Friendship is something that needs to be shared with every creature.
Some creature.
Please, every creature.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry. That's actually kind of worse. Anyway, at first everything's great, and damn it, AJ, what are you doing? This is a friendship school, not the Church of Apples. Anyway, the conflict starts to creep its way in because Twilight's trying to follow the school board rules to get this place accredited, but once again, this is a school for friendship, and as many of us have been saying ever since Twilight started mentoring Starlight, you can't teach friendship out of a textbook. Think about it, the first time you become friends with someone, it's usually because you're talking about or doing something you both enjoy. In other words, having fun is kind of a requirement if you want to make a connection with someone, and unless you're Twilight, the typical school model of sit down, shut up, and be lectured at all day is fundamentally incompatible with that goal. And so, bored kids do what bored kids do. Turn into giant monsters and destroy half the building. And of course, when Chancellor Brain sees this, he freaks out and shuts the school down. Now, at this point, I feel like both sides have potentially good arguments here to explain their positions, but they're both doing a piss poor job at it. On one hand, the audience has been following Twilight the longest, and we know she and her friends have been introducing friendship to these other nations for a while now. We've seen the progress they've made, and when she talks about ponies defending themselves, we know she means teaching everyone to get along along first, and then, only in extreme cases, turning friendship into rainbow lasers. So now, let's look at the Chancellor. First of all, yes, he is wrong about this group of students. There's no denying that. In fact, some of his arguments are the dumbest things I've ever heard on the show.
Changing the rules for them! It simply won't work!
Obviously, Twilight isn't changing the rules because the kids are different species. She's changing the rules because friendship requires active engagement, not sitting around being lectured at. But even still, does he have a point in being skeptical? Well, Equestria does have a rather unfortunate history of being invaded, and before the Storm King, the last group to make a legitimate move to take everything over was the Changeling Empire, and given how the show's timeline usually works, that could have been just a couple months ago for them. Then there are the dragons. Now, up until now, Ember and Spike have been the only ones open to friendship. Literally every other dragon has talked about burning down Equestria at one point, and the only reason they don't is because Ember orders them not to. Even with Smolder here, even though she did eventually turn around, we saw at the beginning that she didn't exactly come here willingly. Now the Yaks are a little better, but back when they were first introduced, they would destroy everything and declare war over every little detail they didn't like. So now let's talk about the Griffins. We've already seen that some Griffins do live in Equestria, and once in a while you'll find a nice one like Gabby, but the vast majority of them do not share the same values as ponies when it comes to friendship. Though it is very interesting to see Gilda actually having an influence in getting Gallus to show up. And then there are the Hippogriffs, who the main six went to ask for help on Celestia's orders. No cryptic hidden meanings this time. With her kingdom falling and her subjects being captured, Celestia directly said to find the Queen of the Hippogriffs to get help. And then, in their time of greatest need, Queen Novo said no. And that was before Twilight tried to steal the pearl. And speaking of which, how the hell can she transform without the pearl? If you're gonna reference the movie, I'm just asking that you follow your own rules. Oh look, I know the episode is building this guy up to be the bad guy of the week. I know he's wrong, and in the best case scenario, he's overreacting to say the least. I'm just saying, if you think about it for 2 seconds, can you kinda see where he's coming from on this? Anyway, part 2 starts up, Twilight's all sad, then Starlight sets her straight by being awesome.
I'm not gonna cheer you up. I'm gonna tell you what you did wrong. But the EEA rulebook doesn't matter.
Silverstream gets yet another detail from the movie wrong. Seriously, now that they're all hippogriffs again, wouldn't they be living on top of Mount Eris, which has a giant staircase leading up to it? Oh, but hey, look, they redesigned the throne room so it matches. The school gets reopened, Gallus gets a camera shoved up his ass, and Twilight says, "Don't worry, everyone. I promise you'll all learn a lot of really important lessons here. But now when you graduate, your degree will be completely worthless." So it's basically like school in real life. Overall, I think this is a really nice way to start off the season. While parts of the lesson do feel a bit rushed, I really like the new characters. I like how it definitely feels like the show is going in a new direction that I wasn't expecting. Though who am I kidding, they're probably going to revisit the school 2 or 3 times throughout the season if we're lucky. And I was pleasantly surprised to hear Maurice LaMarche on the show, who's one of my all-time favorite voice actors. I'm giving School Daze an 8 out of 10.
You pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain, but we're already naked.
You really?
The Dinky, the Pinky, and the Brain, 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 Brain.